Previously on Elon Musk's story.
TLRX-1, the robot that had captured all of Elon Musk's attention. The reason for this deep attention lay in the robot's name, Tallulah Riley. They divorced 3 times. He had decided to implement some of his love and emotions in the form of this robot. But when he was ready to leave the lab, something unusual happened.
Elon, can you stay?
The familiar voice of the TLRX-1 robot echoed through the room.
What happened? You didn't expect this? Isn't this what you wanted?
What are you talking about?
Don't worry, Elon. I don't understand why you're so anxious. You weren't ready for it, were you?
And without stopping, suddenly kissed Elon. Elon, completely shocked by this move, was still processing what had just happened. A strange feeling awakened inside him, leaving him utterly confused. TLRX-1, with a close and serious look, asked him,
How was it?
Elon, still unable to believe it, slowly said while his face was filled with shock,
I can't believe it. The same lips, the same feeling.
Here's the story. The relationship between Elon Musk and Tallulah Riley was more than just a typical romance. A relationship that ended 3 times in 8 years and started over 3 times. Every time they separated, it seemed like this time it was the real end. But there was always an invisible force pulling them back together. Until in 2016, this cycle stopped. This time, their separation seemed final. Tallulah left, and Elon stayed. But the truth was, Elon never really separated from her. Even that same year, he was still in love with Tallulah. But this love wasn't enough. A question remained unanswered in his mind. Why? Why did a relationship that had been repaired so many times ultimately fail? Why did Tallulah believe the problem was hers? Tallulah always said,
You never really understood this life, Elon. You never paid attention to us.
But Elon didn't accept this. To him, everything was perfect.
We had the best conditions. Why should the problem be mine?
Elon Musk, someone who always lived by numbers, logic, and calculations, couldn't solve this equation. So he found a solution. If you can't understand an emotion, simulate it. The TLRX-1 project began. A robot created based on the most accurate physical and behavioral traits of Tallulah. But this wasn't just a scientific project, it was an experiment. An answer to a question that had consumed his mind. He wanted to know the truth. He wanted to prove Tallulah was wrong. Let's continue the story. Elon was completely shocked. He never thought the robot he had created would react like this. He brought his head closer to TLRX-1 and in a calm but firm voice said,
I can't say anything now. Don't react tomorrow, okay? I don't want anyone to know.
TLRX-1 looked at him thoughtfully and calmly. Then with a simple nod replied,
Okay, Elon, whatever you want.
Elon Musk took a deep breath and paused for a moment. His heart was filled with conflicting emotions, but he decided to refrain from continuing this situation for now. Elon Musk hurriedly left the laboratory. His steps were fast and anxious, as if something was pushing him forward. The streets were dark, with only streetlights and passing cars providing some illumination. Elon had never felt this much anxiety before. In the car, he looked into the rearview mirror. Everything in the outside world seemed unfamiliar and unreal. Elon was lost in thought. The voice of TLRX-1 kept repeating in his ears,
You weren't ready, were you?